What it do, what it do? It's your boy Feast. Welcome back to another episode of Straight Facts. Be sure you guys like the video, be sure you guys share the video, and be sure you guys hit the bell notification so you can get the latest updates on Straight Facts. Thank you guys for tuning in, taking your time out of your busy day to catch another episode, so thank you guys. But today I want to talk about, are we raising boys to be men? I had a conversation with my brother this morning. My brother coaches Little League, kind of like teenage league basketball. And I think from the ages of 14 through 17. And it was just disturbing to hear that these young men are suffering in silence. And, we have hot topics and big things going on. One of the biggest topics, too, are women or the young men being raised by these single-parent households, no male figures in their life. And it was just disturbing to hear that the young men, my brother was like, he drive the bus in terms of when they go to travel for games and things like that. He said, guys, he just pay attention. Guys would be like, hey, coach, man, such and such rubbed on my leg, the little things we take for granted. But a young man saying another young man rubbed his leg ain't conducive to what we used to hearing. So it's almost like these young men, the ladies are not paying them attention. They're not knowing that teenagers are not getting that attention either. The males, at least from the women that they want. So it's almost like these men, just like these ladies are starting to be into each other and stuff like that. It's like it's rubbing off with the men, these young men. And I don't think this behavior, man, I don't think we paying attention to it and how serious it is. Like, it done got to a serious point to where a young man don't feel like, he's cared enough about to where he's rubbing on another man's leg and stuff like that, man. That ain't it, man. We raising young men, young boys to be men and it's supposed to be a head of the household figure. Like, how are we getting that out of that? Like, that was disturbing to me. I don't get this information because I'm not raising kids or anything, so I don't really get this news. But, I always say men suffer in silence, and these are the young men that are our future. And I told you, most humans, we learn 80% based on what we see. So it's something going on. It's almost like the roles are being switched. The little girls are acting more masculine, more like men now, and the boys are acting out of emotion. That's why we have these things with these young kids, man. All these shootings and stuff like that. You can step on a young man, white Air Force Ones, man. He just bought, and he's ready to kill about that because he's not taught how to channel his emotions and how to deal with those things other than acting out on it. Those are things women do. Women act out of emotion. They don't sit and cycle what happened. That's why, guys' cars have gotten keyed and windows bust and stuff because a woman retaliate out of emotion. And a man roles to know how to funnel that. So are we raising boys to be men today? You guys come to me below. I want to know that, somebody takes accountability for this, because we already know it's tough for a woman to take accountability when it comes to these type of things, because we know when we telling a woman the truth, you don't get that forceful, I know what I'm talking about and doing feeling when you're talking about something that they know they're guilty of. So there's no shame or shade on any woman or anybody that's raising a boy to be a man, but at the same time, man, we got to understand where this going and where this done came to with this new generation, because they've been raised by single parent households. This is a problem as well. How we get to this point that we at. So just to hear my brother say that, man, saying he talked, I think this one young man he spoke with said, man, coach, I don't know who I'm gonna find out here for me. The women don't pay me no attention, and the boys, they acting gay or whatever, however he feeling about that, and to each his own. But at the same time, man, I just felt like that was disturbing to hear, man. A young man, mind ain't on what it used to be on. We wondering why we getting these outcomes and these turnouts, that things are going the way they're going in our community, and the youth coming up, watching this stuff, and they are portraying what they seeing from their mom versus, a young man should be growing up with male traits. It's like I told you, if they're on the internet all day and there's not a male figure in his life to where he know how to cut the grass every 2 weeks or do the man things, washing the car and things like that. These guys, these young men ain't taught none of that, man. These things ain't being taught. I had to be a Cub Scout. I had to take these summer programs, NYSP program. I had to got youth on the winning side. My mom was trying to do all that stuff to instill some things into me. You had to play sports. You didn't have a choice. You had to play football and all these things. So what some of my friends was, after school, they had time to do whatever they wanted to do, man. I had to go to football practice, after school and stuff like that, because it's almost like, and it grew up in me as a man. Like, I keep myself busy today. You know what I'm saying? Just based on that. So these are things that grow up in you, man. And I just wanted to bring some acknowledgement to that. And I want you guys to comment me below to let me know, like, is that really going on? Like, is that really a thing? Is that really what these young men, are those the problem these young men are having? Are they suffering in silence as well? Because men suffer in silence. We don't have a voice. Just like right now, the women are ignoring the things that men have to say about life and the trajectory on how it should go. Women are not listening. I was always taught if you wanted to find out how to do something, you listen on how to do it the right way. But if you're not listening to nobody, it seems that nobody's listening to nobody. How can we ever get that right? But this stuff is trickling down, man. And somebody got to take accountability for this. Like, it's just, it came to a sad day to where you got young men not feeling wanted by a young woman or feeling, valued from their parent. We got some things going on in this world, man, that's not being addressed. We feel like as long as we can voice our little 1% opinion about it on social media, life is good. We move on, but we're not seeing what's really going on with this, like what's really going on with the atmosphere, what the turnout really is when it comes to this problem. So that was just something that was just fresh on my mind today, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I just don't know, are we raising boys to be men today? And because that's disturbing, man. If that's going on here locally, I can only imagine where that's going on worldwide. These young men and stuff ain't dating. They ain't getting to learn how to be a man, how to be a family man, how to take a family on. And if we teaching the young ladies how to be single parent individuals and I can do it by myself type mentality, they're going to grow up with that feeling like they need a man, need a young man. So it's starting out wrong, man. And I think somebody need to be held accountable for this. Like, we don't talk about this. These are the things that's coming up. I told you we support everything that's wrong. We talk about everything that's wrong, but we support. We talk about everything that's wrong, and we also support everything that's wrong. We never support what's right, because these conversations, these things don't get put out in the atmosphere. And it's just one of them things that I just want to bring some acknowledgement to, because me talking to my brother and him telling me that, man, I was just like, wow. So it's not just the women that we feel like is on some different stuff, but it's trickling down, man, because these behaviors are being carried out through the kids at this point. He also told me another situation, and I think it went viral. You guys may know about it. 2 parents got out of the vehicle one day. The kids were getting out of school, and the parent, 30-plus-year-old woman, was telling her child to whoop this girl. Whoop her, beat her up. And somebody filmed it, recorded it, and it went viral. So think about it, man. Those parents got to be already mad. So if it trickles back to what I say, so if a woman is already mad that her life ain't going well, and she taking it out through the frustration of her kids, telling another child to beat up another child, but we all backwards here. We got it all wrong. We ain't gonna never get it right if these things are going on. So it's just one of those things, man. Like I said, man, my brother gave me this information, man. I was just like, wow, bro, I need to share this information. But it's just one of those things that never awareness is never brought to, and it's just something I wanted to highlight. But are we raising young men, young boys to be young men today? You guys be sure to comment me below. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to share it. Another episode of Straight Facts with your boy Feast. Until the next episode, deuces.